Hey everyone, this is Michael from Replica Airguns with another tabletop video review for you. Today we're looking at the Arcturus AR06 and the NY03CB AEG Airsoft Rifles. Now this is again the tabletop review. I will be doing a field test review shortly, hopefully that's the plan anyways. I've got the AK series to review and I'll probably do that the same week. Now this product is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store and limited stock in our US online stores over at replicairguns.ca for Canada and replicairguns.us for the US. I'll try and remember to put links in there for you guys to purchase them. Let's get right into the specifications. There's lots to go over here. This product is made by Acturus Tactical. It's made in China. It's based on the AR-M16 platform, as you can see. It shoots in both semi and full auto selectable, so I'm going over stuff that they both have the same in common. They both have single action only triggers. They're electrical triggers essentially. They both shoot 6mm plastic airsoft BBs. And now we're going to get into some of the differences, and we'll probably bounce back and forth between some of the differences and some of the similarities. But they do both have different magazines. The AR06 comes with a mid-cap 130 round magazine and a high-cap 320 round magazine, while the NY03CB comes with a single mid-cap magazine, again 130 rounds. Now the AR06 is mostly metal construction, including the receiver, the rails, most metal parts you're going to find on an AR, while the NY03CB has a nylon fiber receiver with steel and aluminum construction throughout. The AR06 weighs in at 5.6 pounds or 2.5 kilograms. The NY03CB weighs in at 4.9 pounds or 2.2 kilograms. The AR06 total length is 27.4 to 30.7 inches, or 695 to 780 millimeters, depending on the rear stock position. And the NY03CB total length is 31.7 to 35 inches, or 805 to 890 millimeters, depending again on the rear stock position. Now the AR06 inner barrel has a length of 11 inches, or 280 millimeters, with a 6.02 tight bore non-rifled barrel. Now I have listed that the AR06 inner barrel length is also 11 inches or 280 millimeters. I may have forgotten to change that when I copied and pasted. So I'll put here on the screen what the actual barrel length is. Both of them have 6.02 millimeter tight bore barrels, again non-rifled. Now both of these guns have a claimed 380 to 400 FPS velocity, and that is quality checked. In the factory they shoot 5 rounds using 0.20 gram BBs to check it, and so it does come with papers declaring that information. I'll show you that in a bit here. You're going to find pop-up dual mode plastic sights adjustable for windage and elevation. And both of them use the AR-styled 6-position adjustable rear stock. They just go on that buffer tube, as you find most AR rifles have that, and use the same types of stocks. The AR-6 has a metal handguard, metal receiver. The NY03CB has a metal handguard and a plastic receiver. Other metal parts would include charging handle, buffer tube, sling mounts, flash hider, trigger, magazine release, safety, dust cover. All of that stuff is metal on both guns. And that metal charging handle, when you pull it back, will give you access to the adjustable rotary hop-up. You're also going to find Picatinny rails on top and an M-lock system on the sides and bottom of the handguards. You're also going to find version 2 gearboxes with quick change spring systems that are fully upgradable. And both of them come in a box with a manual, all-black flash hider, Dean's connector adapters, extra grip plate, cleaning rod, and a mystery piece. So let's take a look at all of this stuff. I'm not going to show you the box. It's just too big and it's just a box. It doesn't have a lot of information on it. But let's take a look at some of the stuff that comes inside the box. So here's that quality control certificate. You can see here you've got the FPS, you've got quality control stamps here. Does say here 0.20 gram BBs used in the testing. So that's really nice. We also have these plastic sights that are not on the guns right now, so you have to put them on afterwards. And so there's the position of them. So it's neat because you'll notice that you've got a notch style here when it's laid down, and then you have, that's the front sight. So let's do the back one here first. So here's the rear one. If you lay it down, you have the notch, okay? Peep when you pop it up, so that's kind of the position. And then for the front sight, same thing. You have a kind of post, but a nice low down post. Then you have this higher pop-up sight with again another post, and it's adjustable for elevation because you can actually adjust it. You'll see there. So adjustable for elevation with the post sight in the up position, and adjustable on the rear sight again when you have it in the up position. All right, here's your magazines. You'll notice we have a high cap here and a mid cap, right? And I've already gone over the amount of rounds in them. Now the AR06 comes with both of these magazines, and the NY03CB just comes with the mid-cap magazine here. Both of them come with black flash hiders because on the guns you're going to find the red ones or the orange ones, so they do come with steel or metal black flash hiders appropriately. And you do get a cleaning rod with both. Everyone's seen a cleaning rod, not a big deal. And they both come with an additional grip plate that kind of has a little bit wraparound type of grip here, as opposed to the one that doesn't have it that's on it. And then you also get this mystery item. I do not know what it is for. I've looked at pictures, I've watched reviews, I've looked in the manual. I cannot figure out what this piece is for. I've tried to put it on the gun in many locations. No idea. If someone knows what it's for, they both come with it. And last but not least, they both come with DIN connectors so that if you have the other battery type, you can adapt this and plug in, because you're going to need this connector here to connect it to the gun. All right, let's do a quick walk around here. This is the AP06, as you can see here. It doesn't really say it, but this is the AP06. Okay, a little bit shorter front rail system, more compact. Barrel doesn't really come out. Okay, got these M-locks and the Picatinny rails all over the place, top, bottom, sides. Not really the top, it's Picatinny rail, but it's, I believe, a one piece, so it's two piece, so you got a little bit of a seam there, but nice rail, covers the whole top of it. Got your charging handle, which locks this back. You have a release on the other side, your dust cover, magazine release on both sides as well. Right there, there's your magazine release, right? So there it is, okay? And safety, safe, semi, and full auto. You also have, it's ambidextrous on both guns. You've got the quick sling mounts here, and you also have this buffer tube that is 5 positions. Take my word for it. It's 6 positions. Take my word, I've checked it out. It's 6 positions. I will take it off in a second because I want to show you the battery configuration, but I want to kind of show you the other gun first, real quick here. All right. So here we have the NY03CB. Longer front end there, especially with the extended barrel. Again, this can come off. Picatinny rail all the way down the top. M-lock on the sides. Okay, a little bit less branding and stuff on here. This is a plastic receiver. Same rear stock. Okay, same controls. Slightly different looking controls, but they are the same. Same, everything locks back, right? This gun doesn't have a lot of anything on it. It's pretty much just plain, other than right here, okay? So got a little bit of information there. But other than that, there's nothing on the receiver. Both really nice guns. I'm just gonna put this one down. I do wanna show you how this works in terms of putting a battery in. I find it a little bit weird because you have to kind of pull this out. See if we can get this in. It's really tough because you really got to give it a pull. Yeah, not my favorite way of taking off a stock. But you got to use, like, I just have to, literally, I can barely get enough leverage, so I have to use something like this. Let's get it all the way to the end. It's hard to do on camera. It's even harder to do on camera, but you really got to pull this, son of a gun, there, to get it out. Okay, not my favorite way of doing it. So I'm going to put that aside. I just use an Allen key and a pair of pliers to pull this out. It's not easy, okay? It should be much easier than that. Both of these guns have the same system. Then you unscrew this, okay? And I'm not going to jam my battery in there, but you can see you have the Dean's connector right there, right? So let's plug it in. Okay, so now we're live. This battery will fit in there, which is cool, but I'm not going to jam it in. Okay, so that's full auto, safe, semi, full auto. Okay, so works nicely. Everything is working the way it should. That's what you would expect. Again, this battery, this is this LiPo 11.1 volt. So you're going to have a little bit faster cycle rate using a battery like that. All right, this review is getting kind of long. Now, both of these guns, you can take apart the top and bottom receiver, traditionally taking out the pins. I'm not going to show you that. Everyone's seen ARs come apart, but you can do that to get at the springs and internals. All right, let's go over the pros and the cons. Now, it's nice that there's 2 versions here I can show you to meet different budgets. The metal receiver is definitely more money, quite a bit more money than the plastic receiver, But other than that, there isn't a lot of differences. They're both using very similar quality internals, slightly different, but very similar. So both are going to be reliable. So really the only difference other than the nylon fiber receiver would be that the AR06 version has a long type 19K torque motor, and it does come with the 2 magazines. It's nice that both have been quality control inspected, including the 5-round FPS test with 0.20 gram airsoft BBs. Both have a functioning bolt catch. Both come with quick release, 2-position fully adjustable pop-up sights. Both come with additional black flash hiders. There's lots of rail mounting options, Picatinny and the M-LOK. Both come with the 6-position adjustable AR-styled rear stocks. Now, if you didn't like having to do this to get to your battery, you could use a different AR-type style stock. And by just splitting the top and bottom receivers, you have easy access to the motor for any possible troubleshooting you may need to do. It's also nice that they both come with the additional grip plate, and both of them have ambidextrous controls and ambidextrous sling mount positions, including the QD on the AR06. And although I pointed it out, the AR06 does come with 2 magazines, which is a nice little perk for that higher cost product. All right, some cons. You're going to find limited battery options as the area you put the battery in is fairly compact. And again, you kind of almost need a tool unless you've got really good finger grip strength to get that rear stock off for the battery access. Again, you could change the rear stock and make it a bit easier. And I have no idea what that mystery accessory is. It baffles me. I'm not sure what it is. It's not mentioned in the manual. I couldn't find any pictures or any reviews talking about it. So if somebody knows, please let me know. It would be great if you could comment what that piece is actually used for. All right, that wraps up this tabletop review of the Arcturus. I think I've been saying it Acturus. It's actually Arcturus AR06 and NY03CB AEG Airsoft Rifles. Again, they're both available in our Canada Replica Airgun store and potentially in the US store depending on stock. I believe they're listed, but they're out of stock. I'll put links in the description for you to purchase them in both Canada and the US, and of course a link to the written post where I have additional photos and a printed version of this review. If you're interested in other products, check out both our Canada and US online stores where we have air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories. And if you're interested in how this gun performs, make sure to check back for the field test shooting review I will be doing for both of these guns. All right, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care.